Everybody says I have an uppercut swing. I don't have an uppercut swing. It's just my follow-through is up. But when I actually hit the ball, it's not going this way. I mean, it's this. I was taught to keep the bat in the zone as long as I can, and that's what I try to do. You know, the longer it's in the zone, the better chance you got of making contact.
Junior swung on and drilled deep to left center field. Fly away! Junior has city. Well hit ball to right field.
We knew he was going to be a star just by coming up, watching his swing, natural swing.
There's no way that he has that much more pop than everybody else, but in all actuality, he did, because his swing was just that sweet.
You know, he gets into the box. He knows that the pitcher doesn't want to mess up. And he gets that bat up and he gets wiggling and going and getting that rhythm going. You're just waiting. You're waiting for something great to happen.
Pitch on the way to Junior. Belton! Deep to right field, upper deck time! Fly away!
He just went up there and it was nice and easy, nice and smooth, and the ball just exploded off his bat.
The Junior swing, my God.
His swing was perfection.
That was perfect. One of the smoothest swing to ever.
Well, look at the swing of Junior once again. Slightly pigeon-toed. That helps him keep the front shoulder tucked in. And then as you go forward with the footage on Griffey, you'll see how he really keeps his eye on the ball. A little leg kick, keep your eye on the ball, and that swing that you have seen Junior have over the years continues to hit balls out of the ballpark.
Junior's swing was very unique, very smooth. The path through the zone was one of the best in the game. A lot of players have to make adjustments. Junior was pretty consistent his whole career.
And that's what 35,000 fans paid to see.
If you're a good hitter, you'll stay around 4 or 5 years because you can hit. But guys who you know, make careers out of this are the guys who go out there and play defense.
I felt freer out there. I felt like it was me to go out there and play defense. Run into a wall, you just run into a wall. It's your will.
The most difficult thing playing with him was a ball would be hitting the gap.
Junior on the run, reaches down and makes it another amazing catch.
And I would still sit there and watch instead of go to my position for relay because I wanted to watch Junior run, dive into the wall, and make a throw.
Into the gap, and Junior flying over, leaning down and making another unbelievable catch.
Put him out there defensively, and he was as good a center fielder as there was in baseball.
He's the best center fielder that I've ever had play behind me.
Griffey going back to the warning track near the wall, leaps up. Does he make the catch? Yes, he does!
He could go from left center to right center. He made a few plays out here that I still can't fathom how he made them.
He does glide after a ball into right center field or left center field. And he always seems to make the perfect catch off the wall, maybe even barehanded.
It was so graceful, like he just, without any caution about getting hurt.
It was amazing, you know, seeing him making some catches and on the wall. It seems like he never scared to the wall, so that was very important for an outfielder.
Most outfielders like myself don't think about running into walls until it happens, actually bounced off the wall. And I particularly like defense over my offense because now I get to see other people get mad and throw their helmets and do all the stuff that, you know, I get to see our players do when they make it out.
So athletic, you know, he got to every single ball, you know, he robbed a lot of home runs, and he was really full go, you know, he ran into the walls. You know, if he could catch it, then he would.
He leads, and he makes the catch! Holy cow, he got it!
He was one of the greatest players in the history of the game of baseball, and that gave fans in Seattle and all around the American League a reason to come out and watch the Mariners play because Junior was out there in center field.
Hi, this is Ken Griffey Jr. Let's play Major League Baseball.
You know, being I'm a baseball player, I have a lot of time on my hands to do other things, and when I'm in, I enjoy playing video games.
Play ball.
Junior would take the video game console on the road and play it in his hotel room, and other guys on the team would play, and of course he was the first player with a video game.
We'd have battles. John Marzano, who's now with the Texas Rangers, was always sitting in my locker waiting for me to come in, and we play, you know, twice, 3 times a week at home, and on the road we'd play in the hotel room.
Ken and I played video games sometimes, and I remember his, whenever he would hit a home run with himself, of course, you know, he'd be like, oh man, that ball was crushed. Look at that there. Look at that there. That was his famous saying, that ball was crushed. He probably, you know, had an advantage from, you know, being part of the development, and he knew baseball a little bit better than me, but otherwise, I think I would have got him because I was pretty nice with the sticks.
They were a little upset that they weren't better players. And I told them, you know, hey, that's just like realistic. I mean,
double steal.
Hey, I wasn't even watching that. I got hurt.
Big league ball.
It was such an unbelievably powerful team with, you know, A-Rod and Edgar and Buhner, but above that all was Ken Griffey Jr. in his absolute prime.
Center fielder, number 24, Ken Griffey Jr.
Every aspect of his game was at peak level. It seemed like he just put everything together that year. And you look at those numbers now in retrospect, and they're absolutely amazing.
Fly ball, deep into left field. Bell going back to the track, to the wall. Goodbye, baseball. Junior does it one more time.
1997 was Junior's year. He had 304 with 34 doubles. He had 56 home runs and drove in 147 runs.
Unanimous MVP. I don't think there was any question that he was going to win. You know, All-Star, Silver Slugger, Gold Glove. Just about every award you can win that year.
Well hit ball deep to right field. Ben Green going back. Goodbye, baseball.
Junior was always a part of the highlights during that time, and it was always, you get a couple minutes before work when you see what Junior did.
He was mesmerizing. He was so much fun to watch. He was going to hit a home run, or he was going to make a great catch.
Junior sprinting over, diving, making the catch.
I remember coming to the play with nobody on base a lot.
Pitch to Junior, he swings and a high fly ball belted. Green to the track, the wall. Number 56, fly away.
One of the greatest seasons in the history of the Mariners franchise, and really one of the best years in the history of the game of baseball.
You know, baseball is about numbers. You look at some of the greatest players who've played sports, you know, they wear 24. One of the things that when I signed my rookie contract, that was one of the things that I asked for, was to be able to wear a 24. An organization has to feel that it's worthy. For a team to do that is the ultimate sign of respect for what you did on the field. It's, you know, overwhelming, humbling, because of the guys that, you know, the number I'm going up next to, who basically sacrificed his life for, you know, guys to play. It's also an unbelievable honor.
With Griffey, sometimes it almost seemed like he was a mythic figure, that he would do something that you would only see in a comic book or something.
25 years from now, you're going to want to say, I was there when Ken Griffey Jr. made his home debut.
His first at bat where he gets a double.
There's a drive into the gap in left center field, and Griffey to second base in his first major league at bat. Welcome to the show, Ken Griffey Jr.
And then his first game at the Kingdome, he gets a home run.
Swung on and belted deep to left field. Headed to the track, the wall, fly away. Welcome to Seattle, Ken Griffey Jr.
He just did things that ordinary people didn't do.
3-0 pitch is hit deep into left center field, and Bishop will look up, and father and son have hit back-to-back home runs.
He just seems to be one of the players got the ability to rise to the occasion.
Griffey, 23 years old, and he's been in 3 straight All-Star games.
That's well hit to left. Bonds on the run, looking up, and it is gone.
That's wild.
I think of the All-Star game in 1993 at Camden Yards, where he hit the ball completely out of Camden Yards and off of the warehouse beyond right field, which was thought to be impossible.
Holy cow. That may have hit the warehouse, and they announce it did.
I remember that Michael Jordan was at that game and was one of the people like oohing and ahhing over that, and you know how great a scene is that to have the mythic figure of his time in Michael Jordan, you know, wowed by something that Ken Griffey Jr. did.
And the first pitch from back is Wacko. There it goes! See you later! Upper deck! Griffey has tied the Major League record. Home runs in 8 consecutive games.
When he's on national TV, it is showtime.
I don't think there was a player that I've seen in my lifetime that had a better flair for the dramatic. If it's opening night, he put on a show.
Fastball belted deep to right center field. Down looks up, it will play. His first at bat, a 3-run dinger.
If it's Father's Day, he put on a show.
Now swung on and hit deep to right field, and this will fly away. And he has 2 home runs for Dad on Father's Day.
That was the thing with Ken. You'd go to the ballpark every night and wait for it, and he delivered.
There goes Joey. The pitch swung on and Nelson. Deep to right field. The Mariners have done it. Fly away.
Well, one of the biggest wins ever in the history of this franchise.
Here is Junior to third base. They're going to wave him in. The throw to the plate will be late. The Mariners are going to play for the American League Championship. I don't believe it.
To my mind, the thing that sort of captures the magic of Ken Griffey Jr. was the last game in the Kingdom. He hit a home run. He made a spectacular catch.
The final curtain call at the Kingdom for the Mariners.
Junior swinging a drive deep to right field. Goodbye, baseball. He did it.
Griffey going back. He's at the track. He leaps and he makes the catch. Holy cow, he got it.
How quintessentially Griffey. That theatrical ability to rise to the occasion. You know, when the moment was big, he was bigger. That's Ken Griffey Jr.
Do you know who Ken Griffey is, buddy? No. Okay, so Ken Griffey was one of the greatest players that the Mariners ever had.
Ken Griffey Jr., man.
He was the kid. Unforgettable.
He's the best in the business. I want to be just like him.
Awesome.
He was just awesome.
He was just fun to watch.
His first home run.
The play with him bouncing off the wall.
95. Numerous home runs.
His first double, his very first hit.
The one off the wall. Big up his wrist, run into the wall.
Playing with Dad, the back-to-back jab.
Stepped on the wall and then jumped up and then he caught it.
The slide into home plate with a huge smile.
When he jumped into the wall at the Kingdom.
Name something he hasn't done. It's a shorter list.
A true athlete.
Swagger.
His backward pass. And my boys started doing the same thing.
Just the joy he played the game.
He's everything good about baseball.
Fast on the diamond, good with the bat. You know what I mean? Running full speed into the wall like that. Just straight up, and he just, look at it. He just watched the ball off the bat. It was beautiful. It's a beautiful thing.
Incredible. It was epic. It was awesome.
Exciting. Cool.
He was Michael Jordan to MLB.
He came up in a system, loved the city, you know, came back to the city, and he's always represented Seattle so incredibly well.
He brought our city together.
He saved baseball in Seattle.
Without Griffey, the Mariners wouldn't be the Mariners.
One person can make everybody around him better. I think he did that. Just the best.